Now to new details in the legal issues facing a member of Chesapeake City Council.
We have an additional information into the indictment against Amanda Newins. We also have her mugshot after a grand jury handed down an indictment in connection with an elder abuse lawsuit. 10 on Your Side has been following the story since before she was elected. Our Raven Payne continues our coverage of the saga tonight. Raven?
Councilmember Amanda Newins faces one felony charge of financial exploitation of her late great-uncle Bobby Davis. And that stems from a lawsuit her great-aunt filed against her 6 months ago. If convicted, Newins runs the risk of losing her license to practice law in the state of Virginia. I spoke with a legal expert who breaks down that process. Newins is facing up to 20 years in prison if convicted of using her knowledge as a practicing attorney to turn over her late great-uncle's Kimsville house to herself. That home is worth $330,000 and is therefore treated by the courts as grand larceny. Regent Law School Associate Dean of Academic Programs Brad Jacobs says a lawyer being indicted of a crime wouldn't jeopardize their license to practice law, but being convicted is a different story.
A crime about, financial misdealings, if the individual were guilty of that crime, probably would lead to the state bar having a proceeding to revoke the law license.
However, he says being convicted of a crime isn't the end-all be-all. The state bar looks at various things before revoking a lawyer's practice license, including going through a character and fitness review.
You would have a separate proceeding before the state bar, and they would determine whether the crime that the person was guilty of would impact their ability to practice law.
He tells me there are ways for lawyers to bounce back after having a license revoked.
You could always petition for reinstatement later. How likely that is probably, again, just depends on the facts of the situation.
Despite this being a high-profile case, many wanted to keep a low profile. I had a hard time getting a hold of city council members of the Virginia State Board's disciplinary board, and Newins herself. Chesapeake Mayor Rick West issued a statement to 10 on Your Side, saying in part, people must hear both sides of the story before passing judgment. Head on over to wavy.com for his full statement. In the newsroom, Raven Payne, 10 on Your Side.